All right, guys, let's get this day really started here. My pre-market trading has been a little bit all over the place. I really did not like today's two lead gappers, JE and NSYS. Both of these, JE sub dollar. I'm not a big fan of trading sub dollar, and then MDGS huge flushes. NSYS. So I've been a little bit kind of undecided on how I want to trade these, and so far I haven't really done too much trading. I gotta say, JE, oh, this was one of those classic trades where you cut your losses and you literally miss the biggest move. I was fairly confident there was big support here, but just the way that this one's been trading in the past, I knew this one could flush, and I didn't have a lot of conviction behind it. So let's get started here with the housekeeping, and then we'll go right into JE, talking about this one as a possible lead gapper. JE and NSYS. I keep wanting to say NYSE. I've typed in the New York Stock Exchange like it was a ticker several times now. First of all, guys, good morning though. Welcome to the live stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's feeling ready to go. It's Friday after all, last trading day of the week. Got to be calm and collected. I mean, especially when you're getting a little bit of shaky stuff like this. So we'll see what we do today. It is, what is it now? It's the 28th of August and it's 9:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do another 14 minutes here before the market opens at 9:30. And then we'll wrap up trading usually around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I was just going to say something. I don't remember what it was. What was it? I don't know. Maybe not important, but maybe I'll think about it in a little bit. Well, it is what it is. A quick reminder here for everyone that is new. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. My trades are quick and not meant to be followed. Always know yourself while you're entering and exiting a stock. And remember, guys, this is a community for us to help each other learn and improve our trading. Please don't spam or just write unnecessary stuff, call people out. It's just unproductive. Otherwise, you'll be put in timeout or kicked permanently. Check out the video description below for some FAQs, bunch of stuff down there. And let's talk about JE. 100 million float, Canadian diversified utility company, quarterly results, Q2 results, and recapitalization plans. So interesting catalyst. The sub dollars are always a little bit tricky. They always tend to pull back a little bit harder or flush a little bit harder or spike up or have big spreads. That's a big reason why I avoid them. Plus a lot of traders that are trading where they have to pay per share price. Penny stocks or sub dollar stocks are very expensive in terms of broker fees to trade. So a lot of people avoid them as well. So you get these really unideal order books and unideal spreads, which makes them a little bit more sporadic to trade. But this one, 0.4, some support here, 0.5, big support and resistance there. And then we have kind of like this 0.75 area, which would be probably the first key big resistance zone. Right now we're kind of pulling back to this VWAP. Wouldn't be surprised if we had a little bit of a bounce here. I feel like I've been kind of missing JE somehow today. I'm down $36 on JE and I'm up $31 on MDGS. So I'm a little bit more or less break even, but negative $4. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, in terms of trading JE out of the gates, I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm going to probably not trade this one out of the gates. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. I just don't see myself really jumping on this one right away. If we have some sort of like decent pullback around 0.5 or former reversal zones, especially like this 0.483 zone, I probably would consider buying a dip there. It really depends on the price action leading up to it. That's always a really important factor. So it's kind of hard to call out these moves ahead of time. But I could see potential support around 0.483. But again, if we're kind of like slowly getting to this area and finding support above it, then I probably wouldn't buy on 0.483. Because then it looks like it might flush through it. So again, it's we'll see how it kind of goes up to it. Right now, from the current price action, we'd need like a 10% pullback roughly. I don't know, not super crazy. And then we got NSYS, 1 million float, really, really nice. And, you know, that JE float of 108 million float is just really, really high. So 1 million float on NSYS, it gives this ticker that potential for some massive spikeability. So I would like to see some big moves probably coming out of NSYS at one point. US electrical components company. Apparently they finished some sort of sale, $16 million, a $6 million sale. Lease back deals for Minnesota facilities. After all, they are a electrical components company. So that's a pretty big deal, or that's a pretty big, well, it's not a new deal, right? So it's not as interesting. It's more of just, okay, they completed the deal. Let's see when it was from. I'm not sure if it says here. But anyway, this $6 million deal that they completed probably will open up some capacity for some future deals, and also kind of good advertisement for them. So their market cap's going to be just shy of 20 million. So, I mean, this is a pretty sizable kind of deal. Again, it's a completion of a deal. It's not necessarily a new deal, which isn't as exciting. Oftentimes, Fridays are a little bit more shaky because companies don't want to release too much news on a Friday because it has all weekend to kind of disappear. And then Monday, there's new news and new focus. So Fridays are always one of those, like, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's horrible. It just, you know, it's not as consistent. Although this week, you know, the hot days were actually the worst days. So maybe today we're actually going to see a little bit more than usual. This fine revenge trading Friday. Satoshi, good to see you here before we wrap up trading. Josh, volume weighted average price. You could Google it. There's a bunch of good stuff there, but usually it shows traders a little bit of mean reversion. It shows where there's a lot of price activity and kind of intraday support. So a lot of traders will use this to kind of benchmark if we're trending to the upside, trending to the downside. So if the price is over VWAP, we're trending to the upside like this. This is a clear upwards trend over VWAP. And then when you break VWAP, you're typically in a downwards trend. And then there's a lot of retests and bounces around VWAP. It's kind of a good little indicator to kind of keep you a little bit centered. Not my favorite thing to trade based off of, but again, I kind of like having it on my chart just to kind of see what other traders are looking at because it is one of the most used statistics. Oh yeah, thanks Satoshi. I just saw you wrote that, something similar. So we got another 7 minutes here before the market opens. Possible entries for NSYS. My God, I'm not even sure. Let's talk about it. NSYS. I'm putting that one on my second chart. The flush this one had pre-market was really, really strong. So we had a huge dip down here to 3.5, and I thought for a second there was an offering or some sort of news, but it doesn't look like it. It had tiny volume, so it could have just been a bit of a just a market order that was executed at a really bad time. Hard to say, really, really hard to say. Right around 5 o'clock, so not sure what could have triggered that. Maybe some stops being executed. That's why market stops are just very dangerous on an illiquid stock. So I don't know. Don't want to put too much emphasis on this one. As the rest of the day, this thing traded pretty much okay. So I think this was more of like a freak accident than anything else. But it definitely, you know, people are looking at that for sure. So we know that there's some psychological trading points, and 5.5 is one of those areas. Whole dollars are usually one of those areas. 50 cents, so the half dollar tends to be one of those areas. So if NSYS didn't move the rest of the day, or rest before pre-market, that'd be about like a 6% pullback. That could be a possible red to green move around there. I probably wouldn't trade it just yet. In the past, NSYS, had a lot of these kind of spike days. Doesn't really tend to hold its high super well. I don't see actually too much dilution here, so that's actually gives me a little bit of confidence on this one. So right now the price is around 5.8. So we know that 5.5 is big support. I would probably feel even a little bit more comfortable waiting for 5.5 to crack and then maybe picking it up in the 40s. If we see a reversal of price action, so the sell volume fading a little bit. If 40s keep cracking, then maybe in the teens or the 20s could be an interesting spot to pick it up for a possible red to green move. Or NSYS is going to instantly break back above 625 or so, and then loading up around there before the break of VWAP could also be an option. But we'll see how we trade it. Satoshi. One thing that could also be kind of interesting today is looking at large caps. It seems like there's a few really, really interesting tickers out there. Specifically that recent IPO with Xpev, XPEV. And then we just have really nice swing trade opportunities that, some are hot, some are like a little bit expired. Like AMC had some really nice swing trade opportunities. Kind of wish I jumped on this one. Who brought AMC up yesterday? I think that was even in the Discord, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember right now. AMC was just, it was one of our nicer swing trades earlier in around April during the midst of the kind of crash after all the Corona stuff really peaked. So we had a really nice trend to the upside here. And then, 350, 375 was huge support. So just buying this one on these dips would have been really nice. And on the trend to the upside, buying all the pullbacks to the 9-minute EMA would have been really nice. So I feel like I kind of dropped the ball here chasing AMC. I should have been watching this one, but I wasn't watching AMC for the last couple weeks, maybe even longer, couple months. So kind of wish I kept my eye on it. Always good to go over your whole entire watch list, guys. Really, really important. So I added AMC back in my growth swings. It was not on there previously. Xpeng has pretty bad financials. Interesting. I've yet to go through their financials, actually. Nice, Eugene. Quick little base hit in the morning. Always nice. Got another minute 30 here before the market opens. So you can see JE already kind of pulling back a little bit more. We'll see how this one goes. And then we got NSYS. I'll definitely be watching NSYS and JE out of the gates, and then I'll be, kind of switching it around from there based on what's running. GVO had a really nice peak, actually. I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading GEVO. That was a nice run. I tried to buy the pullback to the VWAP right after the initial spike. I missed my entry. I don't know if I'm going to be trading GEVO, But if you see the good opportunities, especially if you see some 5-minute setups on this one, man, take advantage of that. This was a perfect 9 EMA pullback. I always had my entry at 125 originally, and then I removed it. And then I missed that second dip. So that would have been a really, really good snag. But kind of unfortunate I missed that one. Let's see how it opens though. No, I did not, Jeff. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Nsys is trying to break over the 6.2 like we talked about. Right now it's kind of hitting some big resistance on that 5-minute 9 EMA. Quick little pullback there. Held actually pretty well. Let's see if it breaks through 625. And SYS looks like it might break 625 any moment. Might be a really good opportunity to pick some up in the 80s or 90s. Quick pullback to 80. Let's see how this one holds here. Quick entry on NSYS, small entry, 200 shares. Looking for that break of 625, just a really, really small trade here. Slowly out of this one. Was looking for that quick break, but we didn't get the quick break, so I closed out. I was looking for a quick move over 6.2. Yeah, this actually might be it right here. I could have just exited a little bit too soon. Yeah, there's the break, NSYS. Nice break there. Big pullback here on JE. Might do a small trade around 98 like we were talking about before. Still watching NSYS. Very small trade on that first one. Should have probably averaged down a little bit. Big question, can we break over the VWAP on NSYS? NSYS with that 1 million float has that spike ability. Probably the hottest lead gapper right now. Possible entry on NSYS around 605. Entry here at NSYS at 603. Looking for that break of VWAP. Still have partial fill on this one. Took profits on this one. I actually tripped over myself there. I had good till cancel still open. My God, how much? I think I mess that up every time. It is Friday after all. I noticed that I'm always not fully clear in my head anymore on a Friday. It's always a busy week, so I'm always usually pretty dead on a Friday. NSYS, here we go, picking up. I was looking for that break of VWAP. We might get it here. This is way more interesting to trade than JE. VBIV from yesterday just broke 4. Good till cancel only allows certain types of trades. So when I have good till cancel over and I put up a stop, I get an error message, and that kind of freezes my TOS a little bit. Is NSYS going to break over VWAP? I feel like that's the big question right here. Let's see what happens. So it looks like a failed flag at the moment. I'm not entering because I feel like I would be getting thrown around here a little bit too much, so I'm not trading this one at the moment. We have a pretty interesting little 5-minute setup in a way, though. NSYS. Can we keep up the momentum? I would really like to see NSYS break over VWAP. That would be a really nice continuation. Not sure if I want to trade it before then. 5.5, bigger support on this. Ooh, quite a flush there. That was an official flush. So on the daily, we're still red. We're under VWAP, so technically we're in a downtrend. Markets overall are green. I just heard foreign sirens. My TOS scanner is not running at the moment, which is a little bit annoying. Is what it is. NSYS still selling off here. This is a pretty big move so far, I gotta admit. We're pretty much back at a almost perfect double bottom here. Pulled to 63, 13% dip. Don't really see this one going much lower. First possible fill here at 63. I think I just was a hair too slow on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this order. I always use my hotkey now for canceling the orders. Bounce seems a little bit weak so far here at 73. Maybe we'll pick up a little bit more energy. At the moment, I'm a bit skeptical. We got another 30 seconds in this candle. So how much further can we pull? Possible fill here if we dip a little bit lower. Got another, still got that 30 seconds. No, it doesn't look like I got my fill again. So we only went down to like 61, which was technically lower. 45 seconds into this candle. 10 more seconds here. Still could be a red candle. I wouldn't be surprised if it closed red. Nope. It should be a bit of a bounce now. Let's see what happens. Or a pullback. I don't know. It could also be a pullback. Moved limit orders for now. 9:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ooh, I feel like I've woken up now since the market opened. Man, I did not like pre-market at all. Here we go. There's the bounce I was waiting for. It doesn't look very strong though. We might even break 50 here. I don't like that. That's a tough place to be here, I gotta say. GEVO is actually our second lead gapper on the day. NSYS our first lead gapper. GEVO the second. Let's see, had a quick pullback to 127 roughly. Nice catch there. Congrats to anyone that got that bounce off of that zone. JE, kind of an interesting pick. Ooh, NSYS sold off to 51. Possible break here into the 40s. Nope. Possible entry 544. Just got to fill here on NSYS. Still selling off though. Possible secondary fill here. 41 seems like decent support. Not sure if I'm gonna get that fill. I should be out of this trade. Not sure why it didn't get executed. It's a little bit annoying. Should have been executed. No idea why I didn't. I'll have to watch that on a replay. That's kind of annoying. I have to close this one for a loss now. That should have been a small profit. Yeah, I'd be averaging down again. Maybe one more fill here. A lot of selling off here on these last two candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot of sell volume overall. Not the biggest position, but still got to be weary here. always want to be careful of possible flushes. I'd really like to see a move back above the 50s. It was actually where I was trying to get out just now. I'm not really sure why I didn't get out on that one. I'm gonna have to watch the replay, see what went wrong, where went wrong, what happened. Yeah, that was really annoying. Sloppy trading on my end. I tried to get executed several times, and then now I just had to manage my risk, so I took a small loss on that one. That was really ridiculous. I'm kind of upset about it. I really do think we're going to break over 550, but yeah, not my greatest moment on that one. Oh well, it is what it is. Probably back red on the day. Not totally sure. We'll see. And then flushing back down here. It's a tricky one to trade for sure. Hey, Nsys is still the lead gapper, so it did flush down here. So probably good that we did, manage our risk here a little bit on this one. But kind of annoying that I was green on that trade and I didn't get filled. I'm going to watch the replay and see. Maybe it was my mistake. It probably was my mistake. But price went over my limit order several times and it did not get filled. So I don't know. It throws me off a little bit. Don't really know how much lower this is going to go. So far, it's been pretty strong dips here. We know $5 is big support. We've also had former resistance right here. Maybe we'll see an entry here at 53 or 23. Sorry about that. Fresh minute with big volume. That's what we like to see. Why do I trade long under VWAP? I'm dip trading right now. I'm not looking for breakouts. I'm not looking for pullbacks. I'm simply dip trading a downwards trending stock. It's a little bit different of a strategy. And NSYS looks really, really good in this area. $9.48. Let's see what happens. I'll check the chat room a little bit more as we approach 10:30, and then definitely after 10:30, I'm pretty much full in the chat room. But market open, I always gotta see what's going on here. A lot of downwards trending stocks on MDGS. I really like this move right here. I missed this one. This was a 12% move. Absolutely phenomenal. Congrats to anyone that got the MDGS dip right there. Beautiful, beautiful move. This was probably one of the best tickers. Ah, man, I'm so upset with my NSYS. I could have been cleaning up with this one. Could have easily cleaned up with this one. I think NSYS is gonna probably, have somewhat of a reversal at one point. I don't really know where, and I'm not really trying to predict it. So if we could just constantly buy some dips on it, I would be happy. I gotta say, I'm a little frustrated with NSYS, and then I can't believe I missed the MDGS. So sometimes I need to put probably a second ticker on my second chart more often, even if that comes at the expense of not being able to watch the trade. When I'm buying dips, I'm looking at the order book very closely. I'm looking for sell volume to have some signs of fading, which is not always as simple as it sounds. Sometimes it fades right before it increases again. But that's typically what I look for. I look for overextended moves. I look for like kind of a combination of several things that can allow me to reduce my downside risk. And I typically try to take my profits really quickly. That's why I'm a little bit annoyed with NSYS, because I should have had 2 green trades and I had 1 red trade. I can only be mad at myself. I should have tried harder to get out of that trade, but I didn't. So MDGS, nice little pullback here. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the community and you're learning something. Woo! And if you're excited, it's Friday, because I know I am. I need a little bit of downtime. I'm going to be actually working on a collaboration this weekend with a friend. I'll let you guys know when that video is out. Should be kind of funny. Weeble is having issues from Eugene. What kind of issues? Be careful, guys, with NSYS. I would not be surprised if this thing did flush at one point. Little tiny trade here on MDGX. Was looking for that possible bottom bounce. Let's see if we can break a little bit higher here. $9.52. Second entry here on an MDGS. Remember, this one has a 2 million float. So this one has ability to move a little bit quicker. $167 definitely seems to be a little bit of resistance, but at the same time, closing out the rest of my order there. Small profit here on MDGS. Used a little bit bigger size, which allowed me to gain a bigger profit, but quick on that one. Michael, I'm sorry to hear, man. Those are always frustrating moments. And as NSYS had that little bit of a flush. Gina, it looks like I had the same issue. I tried to sell also my NSYS and I could not do it. So that was I felt the same issue with that one. I'm gonna watch mine on replay and see what happened. But I tried to exit. I'm sure you saw, and then I don't know. It's a totally weird situation. Nice reversal here on MVGS. Congrats to anyone that held past 68. So JE went to 49, bounced up again. I missed this move up, and then it ripped and broke past this area. Now it's ripping against the upside. This one's, what I felt about JE was it was a really tricky one to, JE was a tricky one to trade. That's why I stopped looking at it. I knew I'd probably just be tripping over myself with JE, so that actually ended up being the case. So good thing I kind of stopped trading that one. Really? Kingship, that's freaking awesome. I like to hear that. Oh wow, so one, it looks like Weeble is having the same issues that TOS had kind of last week. How do I have so much YouTube power? I don't think I have a lot of YouTube power. But I will say this, we do consistently go live every single day at 9:15 now for, getting close to like 8-9 months. Actually, maybe even 10 months. And we've only missed 3 days. And that's when I had strep and I couldn't even speak, walk, or eat, or breathe, to that matter. It was really miserable. So I think just a lot of consistency. MDGS, ooh, look at that flush there. Very, very scary stuff. I mean, you don't want to get stuck in something like that. That's a quick 10%. Actually, this is like 6-7%. But still, that's pretty close to 10%. LPCN. Thanks for that shout out with LPCN. Ooh, NSYS, guys, just literally fell off a cliff. Hit $5, bounce back. Interesting move on LPCN, but very, very kind of slow. 12%. I'm not sure if that's a ticker for me. Oh, guys, watch out. NSYS here back at the lows again. It's 958. This could be a nice bounce, though. Ooh, scary stuff, though. I would honestly rather wait for $5 to possibly crack. I don't know if $5 will crack, but that was such a... Those red candles, man, they sure tickle my whiskers a little bit. Thanks, Michael, for the $3, man. Appreciate the support. Thanks, Track Racer. Happy you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon too. LPCN waiting for FDA approval today. Ooh, is it going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news, or is it going to be the opposite? Let's see. Keep us posted. Mika, yeah, we do have a lot of issues with our apps, huh? We're just full of issues. Oh well. I think that's how it is. Like free trading apps, they're just gonna have issues every now and then, especially the popular ones. How long have I been trading for? For a long time, but not long enough to be as good as Ross. So we got a few more years to go. I'm waiting for NSYS to maybe give us a second signal here. I'm not blown away by this bounce, so I'm not buying into the bounce. 3% move so far. Just be careful. NSYS could keep pulling back, but I do think it's going to have a nice bounce at one point. When is that going to be? Only baby Jesus knows. Thanks, Mika, for the $5. Thanks for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. What is this guy doing? Is he dropping the microphone? What a funny little creature. It's like a avocado slash apple. I guess that's a pear. It's pretty much a pear. Steven, does that mean you recovered a little bit? Because I heard you had that bigger loss earlier. So if you are recovering, man, nice work getting out of that hole. Jared's got a car appointment. All right, hold on. I gotta freaking watch the tickers here. I'm getting distracted by the chat room. I guess that did sound kind of ridiculous with the avocado pear apple combo. JE, MDGS, markets are green. I gotta like download the information back into my head. All right, take care, Jared. I think I missed MDGS. What a man, I was sandbagging there for a second. Oh well, whatever. On to the next one. At least an old man by now. Baby Jesus. Baby Jesus will always be baby Jesus. Like 2000. An old soul with a baby face. That's baby Jesus. Oh, NSYS giving me a little bit of FOMO here. I really should have been up more on that one, but I think I'm green on it, so I can't really complain. But silly mistakes for sure. Of various cultural origins. Man, Harley, good question with CCL, man. I'm already kicking myself because I was talking about the entry at 14 for probably weeks. Guess who didn't enter at 14 when it hit 14? This guy. I don't know why. That's like one of the few things that upsets me about trading is when I'm talking about a move and I don't enter it and it works perfectly. I'm just like, what's the point of calling moves and looking for setups if you don't trade them? And NSYS making some nice moves higher. Man, yeah, that was a nice bounce off of 5. I was actually hoping that $5 would crack just slightly, just a slight crack. What do I think about JE? All I know about JE is the fact that I've been pretty wrong about this one several times. I've had good entries on JE, especially pre-market, but I seem to always sell right before it takes off. Why are my trades aren't loading right now, but I pretty much bought here and I sold right away, and I bought here and I sold for a loss, like ridiculous. So all I know is that with JE, I've been off my game, and I'm not sure how I want to address that situation, so I might not trade it. Steven says MDGS has 3 stairs to the downside. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, we just entered with the Xpev position. I actually had a limit order waiting for this one. I could quickly talk about it. XPEV. So I was thinking that we were going to see some pretty nice support here around 22.5. I had an order at 22.66. Let's see how this one goes. I'm going to keep a close eye on this one. We kind of had a huge flush, so I know there's pretty decent support down here, and I would like to see if we're going to get somewhat of a bounce here on XPEV. I actually set this. Oh, when did I set this up? I set it up today pre-market. Totally forgot to talk about it because we typically don't trade large caps here. A little bit bigger position size because XPEV is a bit of a larger cap. So 22.5, decent support risk reward, I think, in this area. So let's kind of watch this one for now. This could easily be a little bit of a longer trade, and it could even be more of a swing. It's always a little bit tough, like having a swing account or, you know, doing swings in a day trading account. I am very strong against advising against that, or I always recommend never to do that. It's a little bit annoying though, because with a day trading account, you have to tie up at least $25,000. But yeah, it's a whole different discussion on its own. XPEV just moves very, very slow here. That's why I took a little bit bigger of a size. Would like to see the crack of the 9 EMA, but it's been a pretty big pickle so far, so I'm not sure if we're going to really get a total crack on this one. I like the 5-minute setup though. I find it's very clean. I also like the overall support at 225. So if we pulled back a little bit more, I probably would just average down a little bit here and would be fine with holding this one a little bit longer intraday than my average day trades. 10:07, guys. I'm still watching other tickers. So this position size is about 4,000, 4,500. I would probably consider averaging down a little bit if the opportunity arises. Ideally, I would like to see this run to around 23, and I do think that this has the potential to go above 23, but I don't think I would hold it. I would probably consider holding it in a a swing trading account. Holding the highs here pretty well. We have volume on the left side. That's always a good indicator that this is a potential. Would like to see this crack here of the 9 EMA, and something tells me it probably won't crack it. I could actually see this flush back down 97. Not too much sell volume here. This could be the flush right now, or the dip, the secondary dip. So we've had some strong dips on XPEV. I mean, this one was like an 8% sell-off when we had probably the big bounce here. This is around 6-7% sell-off so far. Yeah, so far this doesn't look like the reversal point. Not yet, at least. So I could easily see this one breaking 22.5, and we'll have to think about how we want to treat this one. I would probably average down one more time and then look for, again, a final reversal to 23. I do like the fact that we are kind of buying this one on some sell pressure here. Recent IPO has a lot of hype, really big support in general around these areas. So if we break that kind of critical 52 zone, which looks like was roughly the bottom here, I would probably like to jump on with a little bit more size and go from there. I do think we might even come all the way down here to this 22.34 zone, which would be just about like a 1.5% dip from their current area. One thing we could have done, which I was really thinking about with this trade, oh, here we go. That was kind of the move I was waiting for. Let's see if we can have one more pullback here. Entered with another 50 shares. So we brought our average down to 22.6. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be looking for this trade. And we do have some bigger support right around 22.2. So let's see how we can possibly trade this one from here on out. Yeah, so what I was thinking about doing with XPEV, which I probably coulda, shoulda, woulda, was take profits, because I wasn't, crazy that this was going to break over this area. I was looking for a bit bigger of a move. And then kind of trading based on that a little bit. So basically just buying back here and then looking for, basically making two trades out of this one instead of making one trade out of this one. That's kind of what I was originally thinking. So a lot of sell volume here. I mean, this is no joke. It's definitely a lot of sell volume. Got to watch out. I mean, you got to manage your risk as well. So we do have for growth stocks, this is a $15 billion company, almost a $16 billion company, recent IPO, 705 million shares outstanding. This is a huge company compared to like anything that we're trading, our typical small caps. And I was already thinking today I might be trading large caps a little bit more than our typical small caps. Can I add a chat room in stock trading? Yeah, what would you want to do in stock trading? Because right now we talk about basically everything we talk about on YouTube, we talk about on small cap Momo. So if anything, I would be a little bit more specific, like large cap trading or something like that. So Abdul, let me know what you want to focus on, and then I can definitely put a bit of a focus on a different category. But I think stock trading would be a little confusing. Okay, so we could have an IPO, and we'll definitely add a large cap. Definitely good ideas, Abdul. Thanks for that feedback. I'll make a note right now so I don't forget. So I'm going to put XPEV on a different chart so I don't have to watch it right now. And then we can go ahead and look at some of these other tickers. XPEV is trying to break over the 90 EMA again. This seems to be the big question mark zone here. Making a bit of a hammer candle. Is Tesla a swing trade? I think Tesla is definitely a swing trade, but I wouldn't buy in till after the split for reasons I've talked about multiple times on the and then also on the video that we talked about Apple split and Tesla split. Basically, historically, based on statistics, stocks tend to pull back after the splits. JE found some support again at around 44. That's actually, a place we could have probably predicted because we have this kind of huge top. We have a breakout, and then we have a continuation of a move from there. So, yeah, we probably could have guessed that this was going to be a good support zone. Congrats to anyone that got that. Nice 5% move right there. Really, really sweet. XPEV, guys, is officially above the 9 EMA. So this one could run for a little bit. I would have liked to see a bit more volume on that crack, but I'm going to give this one pullback, and then I'm going to give it a continuation. We'll see how it goes. So just going back to XPEV here really quickly. I'm going to look for this one to have at least one pullback, maybe to 22.5, and then have another continuation, which I would like to see go into the 23s. I don't know if we're going to get 23. But that's probably what I would be looking for this one. Again, this is just pure my thesis. The stock absolutely doesn't care about my thesis, and I don't care if it follows my thesis. That's what I'm looking for, and I'll adjust my trading idea based on that. So I drew the lines, and then we'll see what happens. If, it totally goes astray, that's when I start saying, oh, let me, okay, my thesis is wrong. Should I get out of my trade? Because what I wanted to happen didn't happen. So let me readjust it. And then either I take profits early or I cut losses. And that's why you always want to have a trading thesis. You don't want to just be blindly going into the charts. Thoughts on RKT? I was looking at RKT earlier today, and I don't think I have any thoughts on RKT just yet, to be honest. It is kind of finding some interesting support. Check out GEVO, guys. This one's looking really interesting. Let's pull up RKT really quickly. I also have a limit order on RKT. I was looking for some bigger sell-off here. Let's go to the 4-hour chart on this one. So yeah, nice support here, came around 26. Kind of increasing sell volume. The green volume to the upside is very weak. I could see this having at least one more pullback before it continues to the upside, if it continues to the upside. So I'm not going to be trading it. I just entered my XPEV trade, and I'll show you guys why, because my thesis was actually wrong. So I was looking for a pullback. We didn't get a pullback. We actually had a continuation to where I wanted, near the 23s. And since we had that instant continuation, instant resolution, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my profits now. I'm not going to look for a pullback. So XPEV, we made about 60 bucks on that one. Not that much money for the fact that we used really, really big position size. So my first entry, I was too early in. So now I would probably look for a secondary trade on XPEV, actually closer to 22.5. Again, looking for this kind of original move. What I really like about this one is the fact that the high here was higher than this shoulder. To me, that's always a really bullish indicator. So let's go here, get back to starter size. And any stocks I'm holding over the weekend, yeah, I mean, my long-term dividend portfolio, I don't trade anything like that. I don't touch that in my investment stocks. But in terms of small caps, probably not. I don't know. I like to sleep like a baby over the weekend, so I don't see why I'm going to risk a good night's sleep. Let's see here. So possible secondary entry here on XPEV. Again, guys, this is a larger cap, so my starter size on this one is 4,500. Looking for basically the same thesis here, just a little bit more delayed. So basically, more or less something like this. And the reason I feel fairly confident about this, like I said before, is 22.5 is multi-day support. Well, only 2-day support because it IPO'd recently, but this was kind of the big pullback zones, and then we got back above it, and now we try to break it. We broke XP 22.5, but the volume wasn't really that strong, and that's why I averaged into the breakdown. I probably could have even increased my position size to like $10,000 or so, which I probably would have done on XPEV, but that's getting a little bit too aggressive, I feel like. So I don't want to go too big on size either. Exactly, calm down. That's why they sleep so well. They don't even have a bank account. Is TRVN back in the game? Just went long here, XPEV. Whoops. Markets are green. It's good to see that. Looking for XPEV to have that break now higher from the former shoulder. Again, a big reason I got a little bit more aggressive with this one is because we have the big support. We have the shoulder making a higher move here. That's always a really bullish indicator. Low volume on the break. This is pretty much a very, very standard or clean setup in my eyes. So we'll see how we go, and I'll probably average out of this one as we go up. I do like to manage my risk, so I'll just be taking ideally some profits along the way. If it goes up, you know, we could still close this one for a loss. Nothing is guaranteed. So in the meantime, so I don't go crazy, look at these other tickers that we've been watching for a while here. GEVO. Like I said, I actually kind of enjoy watching GEVO because this one had a perfect breakout here. I really wish I went long on this one at this point. I was not watching GEVO. This is one of the more clean setups we had all day today. So really, really nice move. Congrats to anyone that got long on this pullback to VWAP and 9 EMA on the breakout. I'm not crazy about trading GEVO because to me, we're on the backside of a bigger move. It doesn't have high relative volume. I do feel like there's a bit of risk with GEVO. I don't know. It could easily keep going to, I would probably argue, at least 115, 155 or so without seeing too much resistance. So we'll see what happens. XPV, XPEV could be a swing trade. I would like to look more into the company before I swing traded something like this, and I typically don't like swing trading IPOs. So I don't know. I do like the intraday day trading on it though. I feel like these are pretty clean setups, and that's why that's what I'm doing right now on it. Take care, Josh. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out, man. I really, really appreciate it. Do we discuss swing trades in the Discord? A little bit, yeah. Very light volume here on XPEV on this possible break to the upside. Try to take some profits off the table. Just taking some small profits off the table with XPEV, nothing too crazy. Looking for a bigger move on this one, but I didn't really like the fact that the overall volume on it was kind of weak on the green breakout, so that kind of put me on edge a little bit. So I pretty much have half size left on XPEV. I just sold some of it into that last spike to the upside. The old pistol pattern. It's one of my favorite swing trades. Overnight patterns, I should say. Let's see how this little pistol looks that you're talking about. Are you talking about like the beginning of a pistol pattern? Let's see here. I'm not sure if I see it. So I'm not totally sure which pistol pattern you're talking about. I kind of came up with a pistol pattern idea. I'm not sure if it's even like that much of a thing, but this is a simple pistol pattern that I would be looking for. Actually, not really what I would be looking for on this one. So sometimes though, it's basically ooh, wait, hold on. XPEV, nice move here. I'm going to sell the rest of my position possibly right now. Already sold half of this position, looking for a little bit bigger of a move. New minute's going to start pretty soon here. Looking for that break over 23. Looking for the break over 23. New minute could start. Break over 23. Break over 23. Can we get a break over 23? Do it for me. Break 23. Come on, boy. You gonna break that right now? There's a lot of resistance at 23. I'm gonna sell at 28. All right, so I sold at 22.98. Ooh, there's like no noise on that one. Sweet. We got two little trades. Oh, now it broke 23. Okay, I see how it is. Well, actually, still tinkering away. It is a large cap after all. So we actually made most of our profits today actually trading XPEV, which is a large cap. Kind of funny. Not our typical setup. Oh, gotta have some fun when you're trading, right? Sweet, sweet. Walked away with that one. Had a little bit of a dip right afterwards too. So I sold half size here at 22.8 when I was like, maybe it's not going to have a full continuation. And then we sold the other bit, the other chunky wonky right on that, break of 23, or the ideal break of 23 that never really happened. I'm going to get rid of these check marks. Actually, I'll leave the check marks as just like a future reference. Thanks, Constantine. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, TA. No one loses while taking profit. Amen. Taking profits is the name of the game, and managing risk. Sold before the dipski. Always, yeah, man. A big reason I sold on this one, it's like pretty straightforward. We're approaching 23, which on the 5-minute has huge resistance. It's a bit of a base here on this one. There's simply more. There's worse risk reward, right? There's more risk in these areas. There's less upside and there's more downside. So just taking profits isn't a bad idea. Not to mention, check out the volume here. It's pretty much non-existent. So that's why I was like, I should keep trading XPEV today. Maybe I should. It is 10:30 though. It's kind of past my trading time. The thing is, I really like these two setups. Now I don't have in my mind a setup anymore. So I feel like at this point I'd be forcing a trade, right? So if in the future, maybe 10:45 or so, I see another setup that's different, but right now I don't see another setup. Kingship says, so why Germany? I have a second place here that I go to and spend some time. Here we go. XPEV is trying to break that 23 again. Ooh, it's going to do it. It's going to do it, boy. My God, there's a lot of suspense around there. Yeah, right now I would have to wear diapers if I was in that trade still. I would just probably poop my pants. The food. Yes. The food. I don't think anyone comes to Berlin though for the food. Appreciate it, Kyle. I really appreciate all the likes, guys. Really means a lot. And girls. The women. A different species over here for sure. Jared, yes, there's the freaking dedication. Eugene's still in it. Eugene, I hope it breaks 23 for you, man. Oh, let's see it. This could be the moment. Oh my God, it gets so close every time. Oh, it's got to do it now. No. My God, Eugene, I don't know how you do it, man. I'd be freaking throwing my laptop out the window right now. Eugene Diamond Hands. It's trying so hard. JC. I'm just gonna have to chuckle at that one. Tanya says I'm having so much fun. Yeah, that's the important part. If you're not having fun with it, you know what's the point. Oh yeah, Mika. Wow, that's hey, that's a beautiful entry price. Probably the best thing you could do is just not watch the tape because that would probably drive you insane, honestly. I think XPEV has potential to at least test VWAP again because it seems like after every large sell-off, there's been a retest of VWAP. It's also a larger ticker. And larger tickers tend to have very nice mean reversion. Basically what mean reversions is if you ever get too far off the track, eventually you have to go back to the middle because that's just the laws of nature. It's kind of like a bell curve, right? You're only on the outsides of the bell curves for so long. A lot of trading algorithms are based on mean reversion. So they just keep buying more and more as the stock price deviates too far from the mean. Mika. Calm Down says, I do like you're doing higher caps. Wow, larger caps are so much more chill. But then again, XPEV, I think we got pretty lucky. It's just kind of a chill ticker in general. Although the open on XPEV was pretty ferocious. Yeah, man, when the penny stocks dip, they dip hard. And you're also risking that constant flush. Or like that constant IPO. I mean, oh man, I'm all over the place, sorry. The constant DPO, direct public offering, or just secondary offerings in general, which 40, 50, 60% right away after the hold. Guys, I think XPEV is really, really kind of trying here for that break of 23. It might have a little bit of a pullback and then kind of regain its position, or maybe it's going to break out right now. Ooh, 160. I hope it does it. I hope it does it. Come on, come on. You won't. You won't. Oh, I think that was it. It definitely said 2303. I'm pretty sure that was a break. I don't think I could ever trade breakouts on a large cap. They're just so slow. Do I trade gold and silver? No, I actually don't touch commodities, not because of any specific reason, but with trading, man, the grass is always greener on the other side, and it's so easy to just run around trading too many different things. And I feel like with me, options, commodities, and are like fit those categories perfectly, because I would start trying to do something I'm not experienced in, and then I would start losing money, and then at the same time I would get FOMO because I missed the move that I actually could have, should have, would have got if I just focused on the small caps. So I don't trade it. If I was going to trade it, I would probably look for an investment. So if I want to invest in gold, I would just buy, average in, and that's it. No options for me. I'm out of options. Optionless. I see you guys like watching me here, trading large caps. You kinky bastards. Eugene, nice. That was a sweet trade, man, huh? A little 50 cents a share on that pop. I'm happy it worked out for you, man. I was pretty stoked about that setup as well. Sweet. Sweet. Like a cup of coffee. Eugene. That's a pretty good nickname. Yeah, a CVAC moment was a sweet one. I really like CVAC. The problem I have with swing trades is sometimes you'll have the perfect day trade inside of a swing trade, and that freaks me out because I want to close it out, even though that's not really the best idea for a swing trade. Ooh, guys, XPEV finally had that crack of 23. Beautiful. Could watch that all day. Woo! Congrats, congrats, congrats. Oh, whoa, that dipped right again. Hopefully you guys took profits on that 23 breakout. Yikes, what kind of flush is this? XPEV thinks it's Halloween and dressed up as a small cap, guys. What's going on here? 2% dip. Wow, that flush was actually pretty mean. 2.7, guys. This is why you want to take profits. Lesson 1, lesson 2, more risk than potential reward, right? You're risking here 2.5% to maybe make VWAP, which is 1.5%. That's unfavorable risk reward. I hope everyone was able to take profits. And if you got stuck in the flush, I hope you were able to take some profits along the way, or you're still profitable. Could be a good time to get in. I don't know. 1AP Pro. It's hard not to get excited looking at these tickers. It's like pretty much the best movie ever. Do I prefer trading small caps or large caps? I prefer swing trading large caps, and I prefer day trading small caps. There's nothing like getting a nice pullback on a small cap and it rips 10% and you take your profits in like 45 seconds and you're just like, boom, drop the mic. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot more risk with small caps, and I think the hardest part about trading small caps is understanding how to manage your risk, and then how to manage your risk. Pretty much just how to manage your risk. I literally had a different thought in my head just a second ago. Yeah, how to manage your risk, and then how, this is kind of part of managing your risk. You have to understand that if you're day trading small caps, you are not swing trading and you are not investing. And I think that took me like a good year to like really come to terms with. If I had a losing trade, I'd be like, you know what, I'll hold this till tomorrow, or I'll hold on to this stock. I've held, I think, 2 tickers when I first started trading, 2 or 3, that went from like $1 or $2 or $3, whatever these small caps are trading at, and they got delisted. So I went through my holding the bag phase, and I've lost, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands. But okay, maybe not tens of thousands, but I've definitely lost probably around 10,000 when I first started trading, and I was like, oh my God, like, so you gotta get out of that mindset. Like you're just day trading, you're not investing. Yeah, delistings are probably the worst. What was my setup when I entered XPEV? Support line bounce and then a pullback after support held. Those were my 2 trades, kind of. NSYS is some consolidation. Let's see. Hitting the ripskis on the small caps is the best, Kyle says. Yeah, man, it really is. Yeah, NSYS, definitely a little bit of consolidation here. I actually got to say, this is much more consolidation than I would have expected on this ticker with that really ferocious morning. I was not expecting this one. Remember, I was crying that I didn't get my entry here at $5? My God, that was an 11% move. Now you know why I was crying. This is rich mid-range to me. Yeah, I mean, totally makes sense that XPEV is more of a, mid cap for sure, because it's not like, I mean, it gets much bigger. The one guy in the comments says, I've had it delisted. I think any trader that has been doing trading long enough has had it delisted. It's not fun. It's pretty embarrassing, but yeah. $50, 1AP Pro. Wait, like $50? Man, it's a good lesson to learn with $50, man. Nothing below $5. Yeah, fair enough, TA. Although a penny stock could easily turn into like a $30 stock and still be extremely risky. Actually, I find it more risky on a multi-day run. So to me, it's less about the price, more about the float and the market cap. The price is kind of irrelevant if you think about it. But I do like to trade stocks between $2 and $7. They tend to all move somewhat similar. That's my sweet spot. I'll be right back, guys. To be honest, I think I'm totally done trading. That was a nice bottom bounce on XPEV and instantly recovered to 23 bucks. It just totally, like, it's less predictable. These aren't really clean patterns anymore. It's more of just like a giant question mark, like what's going to happen. So I don't know. To me, XPEV is a bit of a gamble right now. So I'm not going to be trading it. What's the reason stocks get delisted? I mean, they just, they disappear as a company, just no longer in business. Or if they don't meet the stock exchange requirements. So to be listed on the NASDAQ, you have to have over $1. And if you're under $1, you get compliance issues. And then you have like 6 months or so to get your stock over $1. And that's why you see all these pump and dumps and reverse splits happening, because they're trying to meet NASDAQ compliance. And then number two is I think you have to have a minimum market cap of $2.5 million. So that's another reason why, I don't know, they like to pump up their stock price and stuff. So it's more though about the dollar. The dollar seems to be what I see the most in terms of compliance issues, not really the market cap, because 2.5 million market cap is pretty low. I mean, it's rare that we see market caps under 10 million. So this market cap, NSYS, this is at 14 million here. There is actually one just this right here. This is actually at 15 million. I think I just saw, here's one, 2.8 million. So this is one of these that will probably get delisted pretty soon here. All right, it's already on OTC. So this one already probably did get delisted. So yeah, here you can see it's OTC. It probably was trading on the NASDAQ because it recently got moved here. So this one was probably recently delisted and moved to OTC. Let's quickly see if we can find the news. Quarterly reports. No, I guess there's no news. It probably was on the old exchange though, where probably the NASDAQ, wherever it came from. Yeah, but that's more or less the theory behind it. Eugene says, I got clapped on CHAP swing and it got delisted. Oof. TO2 fast profits. How long has I been trading for? I started trading pretty early. I started day trading in 2013, but I was already having like, I was pretty involved with the market in general by like 2011. And then I took a few years off, kind of traveled for way too long, like 2-3 years, maybe longer. Bought a car in Poland, and I literally did Europe and Africa for like forever. And now I'm back to trading, and I have an apartment here in Berlin where I am sometimes. How can you tell if it gets delisted? When you're you'll know. You'll know, and you'll get a message from your broker. Living large, wondering if there's any afternoon traders here. Definitely check out the Discord chat. I know Eugene is in there all the time in the afternoons. So yeah, definitely check. At Eddie, it will go to OTC. Yeah, the ticker will change to OTC. I've had that happen to me once before as well, or not. One time I remember specifically, it was delisted from the NASDAQ and it went to OTC. Yeah. I don't remember what happened to the other two. There was so many years ago. I just remember being scarred from it. Oh, look at ADT, man. I've been waiting for this ticker to break 11 for a long time. I would probably buy some ADT as we approach $10, at like 10.20s and stuff. So I'm going to be looking for ADT for a possible swing trade. I'm going to be using a different account for this one, so I don't have to worry about it too much. So I think the account I'm using for this one is, yeah, I actually have a limit order set up here, but it's at 970. I should probably be a little bit more aggressive with this one. So Derek, if it's on OTCs, you can always sell in the OTC market, which sucks because it's usually very illiquid. Or the stock goes to zero and you don't have to worry about getting out because there's nothing to get out of. That's when even the bag disappears. It's just, you're not holding anything anymore. It's gone. I don't know why I think that's funny. It's just like, I think I'm laughing at myself because it was so traumatizing that it's like, oh my God. Yeah, JC, I didn't mean to be evil. I was just like, it's like jokes are funny because you can relate to them, and I relate to delistings very hard. So like my friend and I here in Berlin, we sometimes like cry laughing about stocks getting delisted. Because I don't know, it's just like it's so painful you could only laugh about it. What's my opinion on IBIO? My opinion on IBIO is, how is this stock still kicking? Like, man. We were trading IBIO in our small account a lot. Let's actually go here to all of our accounts. We've traded IBIO so much. If you could have picked some up here at like 167, that would have been a really nice bounce, but hard to predict these bounce areas. Typically, like, they'll have these really quick bounces and you'll keep selling off, you know, like right here, nice bounce off of 4. I don't know. To me, IBIO has had a huge run, and from 05, that's a really big run, to 785. This is a huge run. So right now we're on the backside of the move with probably a tremendous amount of bag holders on IBIO, a ridiculous amount of bag holders on this ticker probably. This thing's gonna have a really hard time getting back up there. I love these big support bounces, but I don't think I would trade it more aggressively than that. I would be very nervous for an offering to come out at one point. That would be my biggest fear. Usually, an offering is the beginning of an end of a stock. So let's see, IBIO for a small cap stock, not necessarily a large cap. Yeah, look at that $3 zone was critical. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know enough about this company to really comment on the long-term part of it. I could just easily see this thing, getting back to $1 at one point. It could easily get back to $4 like that tomorrow, though, if news comes out. So it's one of those things where I don't think I would swing trade it because it'd be a little hard for me to manage my risk. If IBIO, if I like the fundamentals, I like what the company's doing, I would probably buy this on large dips. And it looks like the next one would probably be something in the $1 zone. For now, though, it looks like 160 is holding up as support. It's really hard to say, man. I don't really have comment on this one. Maybe it's gonna make a new high and go past $10. Like, anything is possible. It's really hard to say. I like the fact that it looks like it hasn't had dilution, though. That makes me fairly confident in a way on this one, that it will maybe have another spike to the upside. Yeah, living large. That's exactly why I don't trade the afternoons, because they mess up. I mean, yeah, I don't trade the market afternoons because they mess up my afternoon. Like, I've already been trading since whatever, like let's say 6:30. I usually sit down, start looking at the scanners, check out the Discord, yada yada. And then like starting at 7, I'm actively really staring at the charts. So if I'm starting that early and it's already 11 now a.m. Eastern Standard Time, like I'm wiped. Like, I'm done with trading. My brain's exhausted. It's already Friday, yada yada. So it's just like I'm not trying to push myself to the limit every day. I'd rather do as much as I can with as much clarity as I can, and then be done with it. And then like enjoy my life, go out to dinner, meet my friends, go to the beer gardens. Like, I'm trading because it gives me freedom. I'm not trading because I want to stare at the charts all day. What is the best? I don't reside in Berlin. I'm still living in Florida. And I usually, most of the time, this is very unusual for me, most of the time I am in Florida. It's just been a really long streak, mainly because of Corona and some other factors, that I'm actually in Berlin more right now. Calm down. I just like charts. Charts are amazing. I think charts are like the best thing in the world in a way. I also love charts. No, I grew up in Vero Beach. That's a little small town south of Cocoa Beach, north of West Palm Beach. I'll definitely be back in like a month or two. I don't know how long, but we'll see. What do I think about X1? Why does that sound so familiar? It's not ringing a bell. X1. It's not one of those banking stocks, is it? Is that Exxon? Yeah, no, X1. Hey, this actually looks like it's starting to trend up for the first time in a long time. This could be really good. Big breakout volume here. This actually looks really, really good. I have no idea what this company does. It looks like something maybe with 3D printing or something. This looks really good. X1, interesting pick. I would like to see this continue up and make some really nice moves. Right now we're on the weekly chart. We had a low here at about 575, and then we had that 355 low. That $10 break was really important. It was good to see that. 1173 seems to be a big resistance area. This looks pretty good. Good pick here. Again, I don't know anything about the company, but I do like the fact that it's finally trending up, and let's see how far it can go. Let's quickly go here to the daily. Nice strong move. See this break here about that key 5.5 zone? It didn't have that much volume, so that's actually almost a very bullish sign. And this was just March. This is like everything was selling off in March, so it is what it is. Broke this shoulder here. That's really nice. Interesting probably swing trade. I wouldn't probably buy it on a big green day like today, but any sort of healthy pullback, let's say 1123 looks like a good zone. Anything in the 10s, mid 10s would probably be nice. Nice entries for a continuation. Put an alert here on this one, do some research about this ticker. Yeah, Ismail, no problem. It's good to see a company like this, you know, making some moves to the upside. 200 million market cap, so it's definitely a small cap. 17 million flow. I mean, shares outstanding, kind of crazy. So low. Again, I don't know anything about like the fundamentals. I don't know what this company does, but they are in a very nice, healthy upwards trend, and I would you know, wait for some sort of pullback for a possible entry, and then see how long the momentum continues. Producer manufacturing. Barely anyone was masked up in Vero. You gotta love Vero. It's a cute small town. You're a celeb, Alex. I don't know about that. But if that means I get free pizza every now and then, I'll take it. I wouldn't mind pizza right now. I'm freaking starving. My apartment is literally on top of 2 restaurants. It's amazing. I love Berlin. There's so much food around me. I don't know if you guys ever been to Riza Chicken. It's one of my favorite fast food places. It's like if KFC was good. To me, KFC is a little weird. But like, whoa, the chicken, whew. Oh my God, it's pretty, like, it's so good that when I'm in America, I dream about KFC. I mean, Riza Chicken. It's really good. Do I think NSYS is going to make a comeback? Let's check it out. NSYS. I keep on wanting to type in NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange. It's freaking horrible. Lot of sell volume fading here. I'd be a little bit careful. I'd also be very careful if it breaks 5. Doom and gloom potentially. I don't know. Could be also a double bottom here. Big support around 5. So hopefully it's a double bottom, and then we continue, maybe have a nice move back to the EMA. That's a 7% pop. And if we could break back above the EMA, this thing could be a little bit of a, you know, afternoon runner. What do I think about the level 2 on Webull? I think it's, I like their depth chart, TA, but I don't like trading on it. It's, the TOS ladder is so much nicer, and it's also, Webull I've noticed is a little bit delayed. I've stared at Webull order book and I've stared at TOS order book yesterday for literally like 2 hours, like just watching both of them. And almost every move happened first on TOS, especially the bigger flashes. So maybe it was just yesterday. I don't know. I could also be a little crazy because I sometimes stare at tickers too long, but it was pretty consistent. Oh man, Steven, all right. You made 50 bucks today though. You ended it green. Wow. That was a good recovery, dude. You were, oh, I was worried at first, man. It's not fun starting the day with a big loss. So I'm so happy you ended the day green. Off to Whitewater, man. Congrats. Lots of dolphins in Vero. Yeah, that's true. When I stick my head underwater sometimes in Vero, or like when I'm surfing, you can just, you hear the dolphins underwater. They're everywhere. It's cool. X1 is 3D printing. Maybe we traded X1 a really long time ago. I remember when I was trading in like 2014 or something, there was a 3D printer like bubble that happened. It was sometime around the time of e-cigs. It was like e-cigs and 3D printers. They were like, that was the coronavirus. I mean, that was like, they were multi-week runners. Maybe even multi-month runners. No, kingship, that's such a depressing statement. I didn't eat well, I didn't sleep well, and I don't have any stocks on my watch list that I like. Ay. You know what, TA? I don't think I actually noticed that, but now that you pointed out, it makes a lot of sense. That makes a ton of sense, actually. Do you know that for a fact that they only list NASDAQ? Well, I can't speak anymore. I think I just stuttered and stumbled over my words so hard. But do you know for a fact that they only list NASDAQ? I would have to look into that a bit more. Yeah, that's Ross's checklist. I always remember him saying that, you know, did you eat well? Did you sleep well? What's the overall market doing? Does he say anything else? How do I feel? I know. What's the overall market doing? What's on my watch list, I guess, maybe is what he says. Okay, TA says, yes, I even asked Weeble about it. That's crazy. That's probably how they save a bunch of money. But, okay, that makes total sense. No wonder price action is delayed because, I mean, that's a lot of market makers that are just being totally left out. So, yeah, it's like, it's so weird. It's like playing poker, but you only see 2 people on the table. Or no, you only see 1 person on the table, even though there's 8 seats total. It's not very good. You might be thinking about U1, who knows? Really, thanks TA for bringing that up. That's a really good point. Do you have anything on watch, Ross? Love it. WDC. Guys, I think I finally found the laptop that I want. I don't know if this is like extremely ridiculous and if you guys are going to make fun of me for it. But I probably watched every review video I could find on YouTube. I spent probably 2 hours watching review videos and reading specs and then learning about Intel versus AMD and all these things. Well, I've actually probably spent weeks on it, but yesterday alone, I was, you know, thinking a little bit more. And this looks pretty G. Hold on, let's see if I can copy the name. I definitely recommend watching a few review videos about this before you guys throw in some ridiculous comments. Because I think, especially if you're a Mac user, you're probably going to get a heart attack when you see this. Yeah, 3K is a hefty price. All right, I posted it. It's the ROG Zephyrus Duo 15. It's about $3,600 if you buy the best specs. So it's like, it's pretty expensive, but it's totally in the realm of affordability when it comes to high-end laptops. I mean, you could easily spend, you know, much more on other laptops. So Core i9 1090 10980HK is the processor, with the 2080 Super RTX GeForce, up to 48 gigabytes. So I would probably beast this puppy out. That way I can have on the bottom screen, I can have my XSplit or OBS. If I switch to OBS, I can also have the chat room. Right now I actually use a second laptop for the chat room because my laptop starts slowing down too much when I have Windows open or browser. So actually I have two laptops in front of me right now. So I'll get rid of that. Overall, everything's going to be faster. I could even have Weeble open as well. And then I'll also be able to have the browser open. So now when I'm looking up stuff, I only do it on my second laptop with the chat room. So that's why if I'm looking up the 10Q or something, I only talk about it, but I can't show you guys, because if I show you guys, my computer is at a risk for basically just shutting off, especially when it's too hot outside, because that's like in the summertime. So I'm pretty happy about this, but I won't have it till probably November. I'm gonna see what kind of discounts pop up for Black Friday, and then hopefully, you know, the price tag will go from 3.6 to like closer to 3,000. That'd be nice to save some money, and then yeah, boom, I'll order it. I might be visiting Heiko. If you guys know Heiko from South Florida Fishing Channel, he's my brother, and I'll probably be with Heiko for Thanksgiving, and we'll do some trading together. We'll do some fishing together. Nice. Thomas says Dell only, please. How much RAM? Up to 48. Republic of Gamers. The problem with building a desktop, Mr. Bilk, is the fact that I travel too much. So I honestly would have loved to make a desktop if I was a bit more stationary, but I need something that I ideally need 3 screens. So if I bring a portable screen, which I have one, I have the Zen screen or whatever it's called from Asus. So I have that screen. So this will give me 3 screens, which is perfect. I don't need any more. So this laptop solves that issue, and yeah, building a nice desktop would obviously be probably the way to go, but I want a portable option. So Abdul says, it's your money. If you like it, take it. Yeah. You could in theory though pack You could definitely pack a desktop, but I don't think I'd want to do that. Yeah, living large. I'm using an Asus right now. It's pretty good, and it's like it's actually like 5 years old. And it's streaming, it's trading, it's doing everything, but during the summer it does max out, especially with the video editing. It's a little too. Thomas doesn't agree. That's fine. It's also a bit of a subjective topic, probably. Yeah, Eugene, I totally feel you with that. And that's why I watch so many review videos. And the Asus ZenBook Duo was apparently pretty successful. And this is like the Asus ZenBook Duo, like on crack. Like this is the creator / gamer version, or it's just a little bit more of everything, pretty much. I'm pretty bad at explaining laptops. I would be so bad as a review channel. I'd be like, this one's bigger than this one. Any more questions? MacBook from 2012. Wow, calm down. I don't know how you're doing that. Lenovo Vision Masters thinks Lenovo is better than Dell. But Dell came out with a really good new laptop, I heard. The X something, XT, XA, XP, I don't know. I hear Dell has one of the best Windows laptops right now. Would you recommend the laptop specifically built for trading? Which laptop is that? I've never probably heard of it. I think, honestly, if a laptop is built for gaming, it's built for pretty much any other high intensity CPU thing. And now they're kind of lumping the word creator and gamer, because a lot of gamers are streaming and they're editing videos. They're using Photoshop. They're using the video editing software. So it's like, if your laptop can do all that, it can run TOS. You know what I'm saying? And most likely for most traders, you don't really need that much of a gaming laptop. Yeah, I get you, Eugene. The difference is, I think the ROG is just an upgraded version of the ZenBook Pro. It's just a little bit more, it has better specs, pretty much. A little bit more robust. At least that's what all the comparison videos said. Interesting. It's good to XPS, the Dell XPS. Thanks for that, Harleen, Eugene. I didn't like the fact that, I don't know what kind of trend this is, but what's up with all these laptops getting rid of the numpad? Personally, I love the number pad. I use it all the time. At first, I was like, I use it all the time, but then I was like, do I really use it all the time? So I did a study, how much do I use the numpad? And every day I actually end up using the numpad. I do a lot of data entry, and I'm just like, brrr, I love the numpad. So I don't really get why all these laptops are getting rid of the numpad. I find it very, very weird. But I don't know, maybe people don't use it. What do you guys think about the numpad? Do you guys not like numpads? The Surface Duo is another one of those things. They don't have a numpad. That's honestly like a reason I wouldn't buy a laptop. I know it's like super subjective, but it's kind of ridiculous. Nobody cares about number entry. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just really old when it comes to technology. Numpad is actually called 10 key. Yep. I'm getting old. Yeah, so a bit of mixed opinions there. One sec. Now I'm dating myself, Denki. No, 1 AP Pro, not one trade. Oh wow. At least it's also not a red day, right? Yeah, I'm still even trying to figure out what TikTok is. TikTok. I recently met somebody that made me download Snapchat. They wanted to, like, I don't know, snap me. I instantly deleted the app. It was like, this is so belastend, which is German for like nonsense and abusive. Floppy disk. No trackpad though. The trackpad's on the right. So the trackpad turns into a numpad. You can switch between it. 180 Pro. Oh man. Well, last week I had a red week. So technically that's a better week than my last week, 1AP Pro. Kingship says, I have zero socialist media. Some funny stuff you guys are saying. XPEV guys picking up again here. Look at this at 225. Nice little popski poopski to the upside. TRVN. All right, guys, I just looked at the time. It's way past my bedtime, so I gotta fly here. This is actually looking pretty nice, TRVN. I like this little pop here. Nice pullback. Good move, big volume. Big resistance that finally broke above. This could be the beginning of a pretty solid little setup here. Whoa, what was that? Sweet stuff. Good call on this one. Wish you guys all really, really good luck if you're looking to trade TRVN. This was the first big pullback over major resistance where we had a fake out. So this could be a continuation here. I would probably focus on TRVN if I wanted to keep trading. XPEV also looking kind of interesting. So keep the eyes open. Am I bullish on PEIX? No, I don't really think so. I saw PEIX this morning, I think. PEIX, and I don't know what I thought about it. Hold on, let's see here. Selling off. Yeah, no. This PEIX looks like it cracked. Had a big crack of momentum here, fading volume. I'd be careful with this one. Could find big support around 4. It could also easily pull back to 375. I think PEIX might be on the backside of a pretty nice move. So I don't know. Looks much better on the daily, I gotta say though. Honestly, looks much better on the daily. No major thoughts on PEIX. I would have to look through the fundamentals and the latest news and the catalysts about it, but I don't know. I don't want to point you in the wrong direction. I'm neutral on it. Neutral. Where'd you find the spelling error? A1AP Pro. All right, Rory, take care, man. Ticker JEPA. Can't find this ticker. Oh yeah, here's like lowercase. Maybe there's a reason for that, but that looks really weird. Very weird. All right, guys, I gotta wrap up here as well. Tan, I totally agree. Gotta wrap up on top, even if it's with $1. Sweet little trading day today. I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that we ended it so nicely in the green. I'm a little bit upset with MDGS. I feel like we could have walked away with MDGS like $200-300 profit. I just had that one mistake on it, which definitely cost me quite a bit. Surprisingly, the ticker I did the best on today was actually a mid cap, which is quite unusual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks we traded today, 4 of which were green, 1 of which were red. So nice little, start to the weekend here. We'll wrap it up with this one. Let's see how many, actually, little fun fact here. We are officially over $30,000 on our unlimited account. I'm gonna go take funds out of this one. So we'll be back to $28,000, take some profits out of this account from this month. But yeah, good little week here. Couldn't be more happy. I mean, pretty okay little run. Slow week, but ended it green, so I'm happy. All right, guys. Till next time, guys. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. My thoughts on Apple and Tesla, I'm waiting for the split, and then probably around 5 days after the split, I'll look for an entry. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. Don't overtrade. Manage your risk. I'll see you this weekend. Maybe. I'm not totally sure, actually, because I'm going to help somebody out with a video. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a video. Till Monday, guys. Ciao, ciao, and I'll see you guys in the recap video. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you again. Peace. Have a great weekend, guys. I'm going to look at more videos from this Zephyrus. Oof.